In this tutorial, I'm going to go over how to quickly add the NYSPI Conference Room Calendars to your new Outlook desktop app on Windows 10. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that you are using the new Outlook and not the old one. Next, you want to make sure that you are on the Calendar tab of the app. And then just below the calendar, you'll see the Add Calendar button. Go ahead and click on that, and this window will pop up. You'll be on the Recommended tab, and you'll notice that there's a button that says Add from Directory. Now, before I click that, if you look to your left, you'll see that you also have Add from Directory here. Now, if I click on this, I'm brought to this page, and if I go back to Recommended and click on the button from here, I'm brought back to the same page. And on this page, you're going to select an account to search from. And when you drop this down, you'll notice you probably only have the one email address. If you happen to have anything else other than the nyspi.columbia.edu address here, that won't work. You're going to need to use the nyspi.columbia.edu email address or email account. And I'm going to click on that. Next, we are going to not pick a person, a group, but a resource from the organization's directory. And what we'll do here is type in nyspi.rm and then dot again. And what you'll see is a list of possibilities. There's the boardroom, room 4002. And all of these start with nyspi.rm and they are followed by the name of the room or the room's number. So I'm going to pick the boardroom, and after that I'm asked to select a calendar group that I want the nyspi.rm.boardroom calendar to go into. Now, if you look over to the left, you'll see that I have my calendars and all these other ones. Now, this one here, rooms, this is a custom calendar group that I made. We'll show you how I did that shortly. But knowing that I have this here, what I will do is from the drop down, I would select it and I will click on Add. But I already have all the rooms under the rooms calendar heading on the left-hand side. So I'm not going to hit Add, but I definitely suggest that you hit Add. And after you do that, check over to that calendar group, give it a couple of moments, then you should see the calendar for whichever room you chose to show up in there. Now, before I leave this page, if I wanted to choose more than just the one room, let's say I didn't want to just pick the boardroom, but I also wanted to pick the multi-purpose room. Well, if I come back up to the line and I click on it, nothing happens. And that's unfortunate. What that means is that after I add the boardroom, I would have to come back up here and again, nyspi.rm. And there it is, a multi-purpose room. And again, I can't pick anything else. After that, again, I would go to the section of where I want to have the calendar sent to. I would choose rooms because I already have a calendar group called rooms. It makes sense to put it there. And then I would click on Add. Again, I have all the rooms there, so I will not be adding the multi-purpose room again to my room calendar group. But you should definitely hit the Add button if you do want to add that room or any other ones. Now, let me just go ahead and close this. And I'm going to discard those changes. Now, again, this rooms calendar group here will not show up on your calendar section. What I did to get this is when I first started, I had only the one group. And so I came up to the ellipse, clicked on that and chose new calendar group. And I typed in rooms and hit enter. I'm going to hit escape, but you can hit enter if you want to create that group. Now, that is essentially it. Let's quickly go over again the steps, making sure that you are in the calendar group. Actually, let's back up even more. Make sure you're using the new Outlook. Then make sure that you're in the calendar group. Then underneath the calendar, you'll see the Add Calendar button. You can click that. you'll be on the recommended tab. But if you do not see the recommended tab, don't forget that the add from directory button is also found on the left-hand side. So this button will bring you to the same place as this. And if you caught that just now when I was on the recommended tab, once I clicked this button, you'll see it shows that I do go essentially to this same link. So from there, we then chose our email address to represent the account. We then did the old NYSPI.rm. And then we picked the room. I was going to pick the multi-purpose room and the boardroom, but I already have them there, and that's why I didn't pick it. But you should definitely select one and then tell it where you want that calendar to go to, and then click Add. And that is essentially it. The quick and fast way of adding the NYSPI Conference Room Calendars to your new Outlook 365 desktop app on Windows 10. If you had issues with this tutorial or any other tutorial, please contact me, Simon Williamson, at simon.williamson@nyspi.columbia.edu, or please contact the service desk. Thank you.